All right, good afternoon, people. Welcome to the weekly Zoom call for updates on Carnelian12. There's not much news except me fighting a lot because of people not using the groups properly and posting in the wrong groups. Well, we've got specific groups. I'm going to quickly do a screen share on Telegram. All right, let's go to this one. Can everybody see the screen?
Yes, we can see the screen.
Yes.
Good. This is a Carnelian12 Field of Dreams group. This was started by Erika. We are 480 members in here. So everybody in the downline of Lisa, Erika, myself, and the other group leaders who's been building up their groups at a huge rate, supposed to be in here for general news. You don't have to do any inquiries about crypto-related issues here. If it's a Carnelian issue, then we post it here. So that is called Carnelian12 Field of Dreams. Make sure you're in there. And the next one that's important is C12.net -global chat read description, which is also being used wrong. A lot of people posted here a lot of funny things. When did the platform start? This is for technical support, people. It's for technical support. I made a post yesterday. I can't remember what time. Somewhere. There we go. And I ask you, why must the same question be asked over and over? This is a technical support group. Don't post crypto-related stuff here on your crypto wallets. If it's related to Carnelian12, yes, then you do it here. Don't ask here how long has the platform been going, what is the maximum withdrawal amount. That is all in the frequently asked questions. You're making people nervous if you ask too many questions. We don't like that. I must go forever to scroll back to go see a post because a lot of nonsense was posted again this morning. Then we've got another group called Crypto is Fun. I'll have to type it in, can't find it. Crypto is Fun. It's a group that Lisa started. Yeah, you talk about any crypto related stuff. I'm not much happy with what's going on in this group because there's people posting other stuff as well. Crypto is Fun. That goes about crypto training and crypto related queries. So make sure that you in that group as well. We've got crypto guidance on Saturdays at 2:30 that Lisa presents. So that is the main groups on Telegram where you need to be in. Make sure that you're in the right groups. Now I need to stop the screen share again. There we go. But people, a lot of people, and I don't know why humankind is like this. Some people just post stuff to see the names. I know you exist. I know every one of you. You're connected on my Telegram. You don't have to do 7 or 8 posts a day so I know that you're still alive. I know you're alive. A lot of people got this urge and very serious need to post butterflies and unicorns and mermaids 7 or 8 times a day. We've got a group for that. Go post that stuff in the motivational group. Don't post it in other groups. Don't flood the groups with irrelevant information. Keep the Carnelian12 group for Carnelian12 information. Easy as that. Right, that's enough fighting. Now we're going to go to Carnelian12 website and we're going to go look at a few very beautiful things happening there. All right, this is the login page. A lot of people ask me, where is the list of the group leaders that's been doing well, and when can we see more people? It's called Carnelian12, C12. So there's a top 12 list. It's not easy to get on that list, but a lot of our group leaders is slowly working up towards there. Johan is building a big team. Karina Dreams is close to the $30,000 team total now. Andrew got a good team that he's going, and he's got a second profile for Seeds of Love, which we worked out a structure to get all the 1,938 Seeds of Love people in as well. We're working them 10 below Seeds of Love, and they will each send out 2 links. We already said 20 and then 40, and from there on 1 to help each other. Each one of those will manage their own profiles. It's a huge process to get on that on board. So Seeds of Love eventually is going to have also a very strong group. We've got Lisa. Let me just scroll down to the list so I can show you. You go click on Network Bold there. And yeah, it gives the top 3 guys. That's all Americans. There's another one here. Lisa is Tessie. Lisa Kutsia, she's busy catching up to number 4. She moved up slowly but surely up the list. Erika Fischer is approaching the 6th position. There's a South African, Stefan Pinaar, who's been building a good team. This is another South African. These 2 Kenyans. We are fighting now for these 10, 11, and 12 positions. I was 10th at one stage this morning, and then some people got more of their teams to invest, and I'm now sitting in 13th. I'm very close to there. So that is a top list. What you can also see here is the funds deposited, the most funds deposited. There is Cedric Harris from the United States, 43,000 on his own. There's somebody from Thailand, Kenya. There's not many South Africans here because we started very small. Revenue paid, that is the income people made. Obviously, because Cedric got a lot of money in, he's also getting a lot of money out. If you look at Cedric, you can see he deposited 43,000 so far, and his revenue paid is 37. So he's very, very close to the break-even point. There it gives you 85%. There's one on 126. Here's somebody doing extremely well with 4,027%. Once this goes over 100, then it means you made your capital back and you've been working well. Here's a free mum with on 127%. There's somebody from the Netherlands on 94. They're still building up. Here's a new one. You can see they registered 20 February. And then Network Bold gives you the total team volume in dollar value, plus the amount of active members you've got. Look at this person from Kenya, only 8 people, and they've got that amount in. Some take a lot. Stefan Pinaar needed 214 to get him to 8th position, because you've got a lot of people with small amounts in, the same that we do with most of our people in our downlines. Yeah, Tessie's got 163, Erika 118. So all these numbers is interesting. Go look at them. Then you can go to largest deposit. He's going to throw you out a new page, and he's going to tell you what amounts were deposited. You can go through here and go look at what you can see there. You can look at top payouts, 6,400. This gives you all the blockchain information that you need. There's a few big amounts that got paid out. Go look at these things. Don't be scared to go open up and look at things. Top referral paid. That one don't want to open now. Okay, so that is information right at the bottom of the screen before you log in. Very important. A few people said to me they want to come in under my team. They accidentally clicked next to Stefan Pinaar's name. I don't know why people confuse the two of us. He's not the same person as me. He's got a different surname. Our names get spelled the same. You want to join my lineage? I'm down to level 17 now. From Lisa down to level 17. Just quickly, the structure that I followed, I've got a profile for myself. And then we loaded a few other people, and I then loaded Karina's profile under Martin Neetling. Karina is 4 levels below me, of 4 levels. And then under Karina is Mickey, who also stays on the plot where I stay. She then sent a link out to somebody who's building his own profile quite fast. I got a link for Dusty from there. And then Dusty's group built down a little bit. And eventually we managed to get somebody from KZN in there, and 2 of her people. I assisted one of them to get the Kana Foundation on board. They registered, and from Kana Foundation, we're now building on Emma Fun. That is a profile for a university student that is going to next week do articles, and to add on to the little bit of salary she's going to get, we open that profile for her. She's managing it herself, and then her mother is assisting her to build there. So that is 17 levels down. Very easy to build a structure like this. You must just keep your mind in control and make sure that you understand who sits where. I don't have that many people, just over 200. I don't even know my level 3s. All right, let's go log in quickly. And let's go through the website again. Oh, this is beautiful coffee. Right, what is the first thing? I'm going to take you slowly through the process, which I follow every day a few times. Firstly, there's a little bell here. There's 6 new notifications. Go click there and see what fun happened in the last bit from the last time I was on here. There's a affiliate bonus, Bitcoin 037. There's a TLC20 of 95 cents. There's 240. There's a new active partner who deposited $120. And then there's a payout which I requested yesterday, which is gone through now. And then there's a TLC of 43 cents. So I've seen now that there's a payout request that's gone through, $130 that I requested yesterday. So I don't have 3 outstanding withdrawals now. I only got 2, but we'll get to that just now. Now here you can see what is available for withdrawal. There's $26 worth of Bitcoin and $111 worth of TRC20. Here's all the contracts. Now I've got a file where my total contract value is on. And then the next day, I already entered the data, but I do take the contracts that's only going to run for 1 more day out. So tomorrow morning when I reinvest, I then add the numbers so that it then corresponds again with my total active investments. Now also on this page, there's a lot of graphs. For the people that like graphs, this thing is wonderful to look at, especially if it starts going much more vertical. There's withdrawals, there's my investments, and there's my affiliate bonuses. All too beautiful. And a very important thing to remember, people, you must at some stage keep a little bit of funds for yourself. Don't be greedy. Yes, it's nice to grow the platform. It's nice to grow your profile and your active investments. But work out a structure. I've got people who joined shortly after me. We started them with little bits of money. I think Yuri started with $30. Martin Neetling put something in like 18. I then added $12 for him, if I remember correctly. There's a lot of those people now who I say the the minimum to keep your active investment the same is 69 point some odd percent. I'm going to actually work it out for you. It's plus 100 divided 144 times 100. 69.44%. That is what you need to put back. So what we do now, Yuri, for example, the withdrawal that he does on a Thursday evening, he gets more or less the same amount every day. The withdrawal he does on a Thursday is not going back into Carnelian. He keeps that for himself. So that's 20% he keeps for himself. People got expenses, and he's using that to cover some expenses like food and fuel and stuff like that. That means that the other 4 of the 5 days is going back. So whatever he takes out on a Friday evening, he will put back on a Saturday morning for Monday's contracts. And then whatever he takes out on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday goes back the next day. So he puts back 80% of whatever he makes on Carnelian. That means he's growing per week by 10%. So slowly over time, we build him up now. I think he's very close to $300. And he started with $30, only $30. So if you work on the small amounts, work yourself up to that state where you can safely keep a few dollars back for yourself. But also keep on growing your active investments. That is important. Make sure you keep an eye on that. My gut feel is at this stage, 80% is a good number. I put back a little bit more than that. I do sponsor people in. People will call me and say they've got somebody that signed up, but for one other reason they couldn't fund their profile. Or I will go investigate who's my level 3s, who's not funded, and I'll try to find out who's the level 2. Contact them and see if there's a challenge. Maybe it's a story of your crypto platform is not set up yet, or they're struggling with specifically Binance. A lot of people feel very intimidated by Binance. Binance is not rocket science. You just need to get used to the thing. It's like any other wallet. I've looked now here at something else which looked very intimidating, and after 6 minutes I saw, well, this is not so difficult. It's a very easy process. If it's a financial challenge that people got, yes, I will help them. Under the Emma fund profile now, we registered profiles for specifically for children that is in need of food in the Western Cape. The one profile is called, I think, Rainbow Kids, which is managed by people, and I fund them with $50. Easy as that. We will help profiles who goes for philanthropic causes. There's 2 profiles specifically. The other one is called Dream Something, if I remember correctly, which are also funded with $50. So I'm using more than 80% currently because I'm assisting other people. I'll call people who is close to me, and I will tell them they manage their profile well, but I want to give them a little bit of a boost, and I'll add $50 for them. It's my money. I can do with it what I want. So I'm putting back much more than the 80%. I keep money back for the basics. For the people that don't know or think that I stay in a mansion with 17 bedrooms, come visit so you can get the shock of your life. Right, the next thing that we need to look at then is your contracts. Make sure you understand what's going on here. I've got a huge amount of contracts. I think there's 20 some odd here. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 21 of them. I'm going to add another one just now. Here it says there's one payment left. When is the payment coming? On the 4th, that is today. At 3:52, that's a couple minutes from now. Now, if you plan your withdrawal, I can withdraw now. I'm sitting here with $111. But must I rather wait for that to come out? That is TRX. So we go up to TRX and go see what's going on there. 0. So I don't have to wait for that one. That can build up for tomorrow. Here's a USDT one, which is going to pay out tomorrow only. So there's nothing that's going to pay out of the older ones today. But now you need to go work through. Here's one that's going to pay out tonight. So now I must decide, is it going to be a good move to take that $111 out now? Or do I rather wait for early tomorrow morning? Here it tells you how many days of the contract is left. And then in the value of the contract, you can go up there and go have a look. Yeah, yesterday I did 3 contracts. So that's how you do your planning. Now, for the ones that don't know how easy the investment works, a lot of people had questions about the invest story. Make sure you select the right coin. There's 3 options. You've got Bitcoin, TRC20, and TRX. This is now swapped around. USDT was always sitting in the 3rd position. And then go select your value. A couple of weeks ago, maybe 4, 5, 6 weeks ago, a lot of people asked, what must they enter on the crypto exchange? It's this number here, that number. So if you decide to go Tron, $12, that is the number you enter. That is what you send to Carnelian, that number. It will stay the same for 4 hours. So all you do, if you decide it's going to be TRX, $12, proceed to payment, and then copy that address and go send it from your wallet. And after it's gone through, I have paid. The admin behind your crypto transfer, I'm not going to go into here. We do have a call on Saturdays, 2:30 for crypto training. Ask Lisa to explain to you where to go find your transaction. It's not that difficult. I'm just going to cancel this one. Okay. Now, let's see if I can do a withdrawal now, because the one now paid out. So you go to statistics. I'm going to quickly go through all the tabs here. Let's skip withdrawals first. There's my deposits. There's the one I canceled now. There's all the other deposits. You'll see it's sometimes small amounts. Very small amounts. Here's $100. There's a 200. The others is small. I put my TRX in here to make more money. There's a revenue. That's a long list. You can go to the different pages. There's a lot of pages. And here's my withdrawals. There's 2 outstanding. One is coming in 17 hours, one in 22 hours. I must decide now, is it going to be worthwhile to wait a few hours, or do I take it out now and tomorrow afternoon this time I can reinvest? My gut feels I want to reinvest, so I go to withdraw. And you select your coin, take out all the TRC20, and put in the number. I'm going to take out $111. Type in the security code and confirm request. There it tells you 23 minutes, 23 hours, sorry. So now if you go to statistics, it's going to tell you there's another one coming in 23 hours. So what am I going to get? In 17 hours from now, I'm getting $123, which I can reinvest or help other people with. I've got Tron for my gas fees. This profiles withdrawals go to Exodus. And then tomorrow this time, there's another $111. Now, when this one goes through, what is my next withdrawal going to be? I must get my Bitcoin out as well. I do have a few Bitcoin contracts because I started receiving a lot of affiliate bonuses in Bitcoin. So when the next withdrawal becomes available, I'm going to take that out. That is the money that I actually use for my expenses, food and tuna for Dusty and things like that. So that is all those tabs. The next tab I'm going to go to is settings. You don't have to go here often, but I like to go check here once a day to make sure that all my wallet addresses is still the same, that there's no fiddling around. And then the most important page for anybody that builds a team is your affiliate page. Make sure you understand what's going on here. I've got 207 active people, 276 total. Now, if you go to level 2, this is new people. We don't worry too much about them. They will fund themselves very soon. But I frequently go look at the oldest people that registered first and see if there's any blanks here. This person will have to find out who this is. Now, at one stage, you could copy this email address and send the person a mail. But we can't do that anymore. We did inquire about that. It's not been fixed yet. Yeah, I go to level 3, go to the last page, and go look who's the people who did never invested yet. And then find out how we can assist. I'll phone somebody who I think is an upline of Francois 273 and find out if it's one of his person. Believe it, I have no idea who that is. All these people, if they never invest, so be it. Maybe the platform is not for them. But if we can assist them, a lot of people is scared to ask for assistance. People, don't be scared to ask for assistance. There's no reason to be scared. So these people, I'll slowly over time contact. If I can't get all of them, so be it. I'm not going to break my neck to get hold of them, but I'm going to at least put a little bit of effort in. Here's in course is 17, Joey, and here's a Jan Brandt. These people can be, Jan Brandt, I know, I can phone him. So that's how you operate your website. Right, make sure you log out when you're finished, and then go back to non-screen sharing. Right, that was a lot of information in a very not that short time. I'm going to give you a chance to answer, ask a few questions now. Yeah, these are the 111s. The people that know me, I work with numbers. 111 is very important. Dusty must actually buy her own tuner. Right, I want to show you my spreadsheet as well, which I worked out for myself. Not a planning spreadsheet that I send to people that people ask for. Remember, that is a planning spreadsheet where you can plan. If you start with $30, how soon can you come on a system where you can withdraw daily? If you start with $50, what time frame are we looking at? If you start with $1,000, how soon can you get to the $2,472 mark or the 7,992? For the people that don't recognize these numbers, I mentioned that in separate Zoom calls. The first sweet spot is, do we call it a sweet spot? Lisa, is that the right name? Sweet spot. I think so.
Yes, sweet spot is the right name for me.
Yeah. The first one is an active contract value on a Friday of $2,472. That means every day you can invest $206, and per week you can keep $359 for yourself. The second one is 7,992 on a Friday, where you then can reinvest every day $666 and keep $1,225 for yourself. Huge amount of money. And it's easy to get there. Right, I'm going to, before I show you the spreadsheet that I work for myself and for the people that is close to me, I will explain to you how the profiles work and what influence I've got in it and why it is on my personal spreadsheet. But first of all, I'm going to give you a chance to ask a few questions. Anybody who got a deep burning question on the inside of their body where their heart and soul is sitting, talk to me. Unmute and ask away. Erika, was I so complete that there's no questions again? Erika's not talking. Right, if there's no questions, first, let's explain to you the 5 profiles that operate from my computer. I've got my main profile, which is Dream Captain. Then I've got a profile that is operated by my landlady, specifically for my rent, and whatever else he makes on that profile is hers. She comes here once a day, usually in the morning, shortly before 8, shortly after 8. I go make coffee and she opens up, do the withdrawals and do the reinvestments, and then keep the bit that we agreed on per day for my rent in a wallet, and then we transfer that to the bank. The next profile is for Mickey. Mickey don't have a bank card. So I said, I'll operate. She had a few decimals of Bitcoin and a bit of, I think, Ethereum. I registered for her. I've put in a bit of money, I think $25. She then transferred the Bitcoin to me, and we added that on our contract, and she now slowly over time is building up her profile. She comes here once a day, log in, do the withdrawal, and do the reinvestment. Then I've got Dusty's profile. Some people were brave enough to call Dusty a being. Dusty is my cat. I can open as many profiles for as I want. It's my profile. Dusty can't operate a computer. That little black pause is too big. She'll break my computer. I operate that profile. And then I've got the Kana Foundation profile, which is reasonably new. I think there's 200 some odd dollars in. Kana Foundation is mine, for the people that don't know. They had donations of 78 million rands last year, from 1 January to 31 December. I opened a profile for them, and they funded the profile. They operate it, but I do log in once a day to make sure that they don't make too much maracas on there. It's a big organization. They've got a lot of staff, and they've only got 2 people allocated to Carnelian currently. So those 5 profiles is sitting on my spreadsheet. So don't get all haywire when you see funny names on my spreadsheets. Right now I need to go open it. Where is it? Here it is. Let me do another screen share quickly, so that I can just explain to you what I do on that spreadsheet. Right. Here is my amounts. I started the spreadsheet on the 31st. Oh, sorry, the 21st of March. Very important date that for me. This is how it growed. The growth was in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 11 days. Because I reinvest a lot of the money. So all I've got here is, this is what I can expect on a daily basis on my income on the contracts. And then I've got one that is for rent. There's Mickey's profile. Now, the reason why Mickey's profile is on here is not only because I'm assisting her with getting the money out in cash to her, but we're also building up towards a project where she wants to start a little shop. So that's what this profile is for, and I'm assisting her with that. There's Dusty's profile, and there's a Kana Foundation profile. Now, there's a lot of numbers here. There's a total investment. And then I made a column here for how much can I reinvest a month in rands? How much can I keep for myself in rands? Here's the dollar values. I can reinvest 5,400 on 75%. I can keep 1,820 on 25% on all 5 of those profiles. Now, each one got its own function. And 2 of them, or actually 3 of them, is not managed by myself completely. And then I made a little graph here. So if you want a file like this, if the bribe is big enough, I'll make you a file. Yeah, it shows you the growth. And it's always important to look at the numbers. Yeah, we started, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 days ago. On less than 20,000 a month that I can keep from these profiles. And now it's already over 30. But I invest at the right times, and I invest the right amounts. That is important, people. Last week, I think, was it on Sunday, I had a Zoom call where I explained what I do on a Thursday. Thursday evening late, I withdraw whatever I can. and that lands on a Friday evening, which I then reinvest on a Saturday morning so I can get income on a Monday. And then Sunday morning, I will withdraw again, which will land on a Monday morning, which I will reinvest on a Monday. So I save a lot of hours. I save easily 12, 15 hours on some of the investments. And the earlier your investment goes in, the earlier you can start earning on it. So work your contracts, and even if it's a small amount, if I've got $15 in Tron sitting in a wallet, I move it straight to Carnelian. That pays my gas fees, plus a bit of extra. My Tron balances has been working up at a very fast rate. Make sure you understand, don't be scared of any of the coins. A lot of people prefer certain coins. I know Liana likes TRX. That's a choice. I slowly build up more and more TRX on my contracts as well. But also because I receive a lot of affiliate bonus on Bitcoin, I started opening Bitcoin contracts to just give it a boost so I can withdraw earlier. Work clever, people. Work clever. Do not be stupid. What is that psalm that Andrew did one day where he said, don't be stupid? The Bible verse said, don't be a fool. But it actually says, don't be stupid. So easy as that. Right, there's another comment in the chat. Let's go see who says what. Johan Botha, I reinvested 111 last night. Yeah, the 111 is no coincidence, Johan. That is a very important number. In cricket, they call it the Nelson, I think, where some of the batsmen will get out when they're on the 111. Yeah, 111 is a good amount. Yeah, if you're up to 111 on one investment, yeah, then you're doing well. You're doing very well. I'm very happy with that. People, this recording is going to be a bit longer. I don't care. It takes a little bit longer to upload, but we'll deal with it. It's important that everybody understands and everybody's got funny questions. Ask the questions now. Don't ever think that a question is stupid. Yes, there is sometimes a question that is stupid. A question is stupid if it's asked in the wrong group, or if it's not related to the rest of a conversation. If somebody just suddenly, out of the blue, randomly asks a question that's got nothing to do in relation with what the people discussed in the previous 30 or 40 minutes, then it's a stupid question again. That's attention seeking. But any other questions, don't be scared to ask questions. I'm not going to shout. I shouted yesterday at somebody for one other reason. Oh yeah, he refused to accept help on his setup of his Binance. So I informed Lisa to organize plane tickets so I can fly down and go sort him out. Don't be scared to ask questions. So I'm going to give one more chance for questions, and then I'm going to ask one or two people to say a few words about their experience on Carnelian. Right, any questions? Silence is golden. What crash? There's a question in the comments. What crash? Are you typing? There's been talk about the American market crash from when was the first time? 1914. The American economy was in a state of crash from 1914. What's happening now is nothing funny. It happens every year, every 18 months, or it works in cycles. It works in cycles. America is bankrupt. We know that. The world is bankrupt. Where's all the money sitting? It's sitting with the elite, the Rothschilds and the Morgans and all those people. Everybody owes those families money. Every single government. There's not one government on this planet who's not bankrupt. Some countries are even owned by other countries. So I have no fear about a crash. Yes, we're going to run out of paper money. at some stage. We expected that a long time ago. When was the first talks about that? 2003, I think. But the world economy has been in a state of crash and chaos for a very, very long time. I recently read an article somewhere in 1982, the rand was stronger than the dollar. So I have no fear. Why don't I have any fear? Over the last 22 years, the tools to assist humankind to get responsible for their own rescue was given to us. Not only to me, we are 12, was given to us. At no stage did we have any fear that we will be killed or that we will be attacked. They know full well where I stay, but they also know full well that they will not be able to enter my place where I sleep at night. So we don't have a fear about the financial future of this planet. There's too much technology that got developed in the last few years. There's too much development on the crypto markets. There's new coins almost every day. We're now on a platform where we frequently see all the new coins coming out. There's more than, last time I checked, more than 7,200 of them. We may have to go to a more digital way of operating. Then we've got things like bank cards, which is linked to crypto. There's quite a few of them. Contact leaders, he's got a list of a few of them. I've got one that I need to order now, but I don't have a valid passport. There's another one which I registered where I'm waiting for my card. Where you can take your card, it's still got the master sign on, MasterCard sign, but you can go buy your stuff at Pick n Pay or Walmart or wherever you do your shopping. So we may run out of paper money. That is highly possible. But what is the chance of actually, if people now start keeping a bit of paper money in their houses, of getting all the money out of the market? It is still legal tender. Imagine the revolt if they now suddenly say paper money is not valid. It's not going to work. There is a lot of control where humankind is involved. But I think in the last 2 years, or maybe 3 years, people started realizing that a lot of the things that's been pushed onto us is just people trying to manipulate us and control us. Get out from under the control. I personally closed down a shop in a big shopping mall because they refused to sell one candle to me. Because I said, I've sprayed my hands 6 times already this morning. You're not going to disinfect my hands. And I had my phone on and I took a video. They closed down the shop. People stopped buying there because I put reviews on Google. And I closed them down. A huge shop with a turnover 100,000 rands a day. I closed them down because they insisted to spray nonsense on my hands. Stop taking the nonsense of people oppressing you. And start believing in what I stand for and what other people working with me stand for. That's all I got to say on that. Carnelian12 is here to assist us to get away from the oppression of the elite. And you have been oppressed for many, many centuries. More than 1,400 years. No, 1,600 years. Total oppression. And you just follow blindly. It's like that picture of the sheep. There's a gate and a fence. Beautiful fence. And the sheep are used to going through this gate every day. Mornings out, evenings in. And then the farmer decided to fence off because he wants to put a new fence. And the sheep didn't go through where there's openings. They still went to the gate because they were so used to doing the same thing over and over every day. Stop being a sheep. Stop following the crowd. Think for yourself. Get some intelligence and use it. Everybody on here got a brain. which you can use and which you can stimulate to work better. Stop being oppressed and stop using the thoughts of other people. Use your own minds. I guided somebody yesterday. I said, I'm not going to give you the answer. You will operate your spreadsheet yourself. Work out the formula. 7 minutes later, she worked out the formula. I said, was that so difficult? Use your own brain. Right, now I'm going to ask a few people, we still got time, to tell us about the experiences on Carnelian. Is there any volunteers? People, you must put your photos on your Zoom things. Put your photos on the Zoom profile so that I can see more faces, please. Right, who's volunteering? The first one fled already. Lisa made a comment here, perhaps when your amounts become bigger, start using. Yeah, that's a good idea. For the people that don't know about the Zappo card, contact me or Lisa. We'll use Lisa's link to register on there if you're interested. It's a very handy little card. Lisa, tell us a little bit more about Zappo, but you don't have much time, 30 seconds max.
Yeah, so they're a bank, a fully bank, but they don't do any loans. So they're quite a solid bank, quite close to Spain. And all I can say is you send your Bitcoins there and you can use it in any shop in South Africa. It's very stable and your capital are guaranteed. You do receive a little bit of interest. The bank fees are extremely low. And because some of the exchanges like Binance, it's quite hard to send Bitcoins. But yeah, so that's a very easy way of taking some of your profits and using it in everyday life.
And there's no card order fee for the next 3 months.
No. So so at the moment they've got quite a special on that Trishka last night explored. She registered, had a passport ready, did all the KYC and everything. And so she's sent me a picture where they said they are waiving the 3 months transaction fees, and the transaction fees are $150 per year. You can pay it with Bitcoin or yeah. So it's been waived for 3 months. So it's a good opportunity if you want to go ahead and order your card. Yeah, so that's great. And my experience with C12 has just been fantastic. Is all I can say. Is when I tested it out the first time, I invested $12 for like a day or two just to test out the system. Then upped my amount to $300 and told Gert and a couple of people, and I've never looked back. So all I can say is I'm so grateful I found C12. More than double in my capital every month. Yeah, so it's easy system, easy to manage. Nobody stops your withdrawals. You can do withdrawal 3 times per day. Yeah, for me it's like wow. But as I always say is it's get more, get different platforms, not just one. So I always say 7 streams of income plus of passive income is a good way to go. If one goes bang, or it's not going to affect you so much. So that's why Stefan explores and looks into other platforms as well, where the returns might not be so high, but it's good to diversify some of the profits that you make from C12 now and again, or use it everyday life. So that's
the bit that you keep for yourself, you can use on other platforms. It's always a good idea, but we're not going to talk about the other platforms now. We'll do that in a separate call.
But it's always but if you find one that's really good, I mean, that's good. If you taste other couple and not everyone is good, but you do find one that is working and is good, stick with that one, carry on, exploring more. Anyway, but thanks, Stefan, our captain. We're so grateful to have you.
Right. Who else is going to tell us about the experience on Carnelian12? Who's volunteering? Or must I start nominating? I've got an urge in myself to fight with somebody. But maybe I must leave it for another call. And Lisa, how's your Carnelian going?
Hi, Stefan. I think it's going well. I've invested today and yesterday, so I have 2 profiles on there, and whenever it goes to yeah, I've got one under my name and one under my daughter's name, but different. One is under you and one is under Dusty.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
So whenever it goes to like 20, 21, 25, yeah, I think 21, 25, then I withdraw, and then the next day I reinvest. So I think on both of them I have like 3 contracts running now. So yeah, I'm getting there, and I'm so grateful for that spreadsheet of yours to do some, you know, some planning and see where I can go to. So I did that in the beginning, and yeah, I'm very grateful for that. So yeah, slowly but surely it's building up.
Now, once you're on 3 contracts, then it's not very far from where you're going to withdraw daily.
Yeah,
and
I
then it's
see.
fun and games.
Yeah, and I saw that you know, I look at that where you say where you like where you invest more than you withdraw. Am I right with that one? Nee? So when you look at that, so I think I'm also close to there now. Yeah, so
No, it's interesting how those numbers start working together once you go onto a daily withdrawal cycle.
Yeah, because I think, you know, I don't leave it for days. As soon as I'm on that number, I withdraw and I invest again, because I believe that is the compound income that you're getting. If it's lying there, you're not getting that compound income. Am I right?
Yeah, the cost of the investment on Binance is $1.
Yeah,
and you're making more than $1 if you reinvest earlier. You make it over and over. One person complained about why must they now sacrifice $1 every day. You make up that $1 the next day already, and then you run 12 days where you make money, or 11 days more. So there's no reason to get all haywire about $1. We talk about people. I've set myself a limit. The moment I hit $1,000 per day on Carnelian, whatever time I reach that in the morning, if I can withdraw $1,000, I'm not working for the rest of that day. We're talking thousands of dollars here. It's important to remember that. That is the time when I will employ somebody to do what I currently do. I will train them. Now, somebody complaining about $1 for gas fees because they need to invest $22 and now they only can invest $21. You're making that money back the next day already. Keep your clothes on and behave yourselves. Right, anybody else wants to say something before we close off? This was a very long call. This is the longest Carnelian call we had so far. For the people that is not yet subscribed to YouTube, go subscribe and go watch all the beautiful videos. Lisa volunteered to make little short 2-3 minute videos about life and life truths and little snippets, which he promised he'll send to me, which I didn't see yet come through. Lisa, how far are we with the videos? Now she's hiding.
It's coming. Soon.
Where's my videos?
I'll send it.
Thank you. We'll put it in a separate playlist. Right, everybody, unmute yourself, shout bye. See you next week, Tuesday, for the next C12 call.
Thank you very much. Very interesting.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.